topic is on the movement of the earth. It is a topic of the CTET portion of paper 2. Now on the last day I have talked about the features of the different type of planet. So today I am going to talk about some of the features of the earth. Now before moving to the topic, I would like to request every one of you to please subscribe our channel, those who are new at here, and if you like our video, then please click the like button. Now moving to the topic, what we know about the movement of the earth is the first thing that the earth is tilted in an axis of 22.5 degree, and in the plane it has been tilted in an axis of 66.5 degree. This helps in the two motion of the earth, that is, one is rotation and another is revolution. The next we're going to talk about the causes or what the rotation results towards. The most important thing, the rotation helps in the occurrence of the day and night. Now we all know that the earth rotates from the west to east. So this movement helps in the formation of this day and night which we experience every day. Now there is another important concept, that is apiheline and periheline. So what are these apiheline and periheline? So we know that while moving towards the sun or moving around the sun, at one point the earth comes near to the sun, and another time the earth will go away from the sun. So there are 2 days specified, that one is apiheline and one is periheline. So when the earth is in a greater distance from the sun and the earth, so this greater distance has been termed as apiheline, and when it is in a shorter distance, it is termed as periheline. So there are 2 important days, one is on January and another is on July. So in January, it is receiving this periheline phenomenon when the earth is at a distance of 147.1 million kilometer, while an apiheline, which means it is at the greatest distance. So here the distance is about 152.1 million kilometer. So you need to know about the distance, because sometimes the distance is also being given, and on the dates, that is apiheline is experienced in July while periheline is experienced in January. Another important concept is the concept of equinox and solstice. Now this concept has been built in the later PPTs. Now what is, in a short, then what is the equinox? Equinox are the places which receives the direct rays of the sun. Now we already know that the place which direct receive rays of the sun is the equator. So equator is sometimes equator, in this equator we experience this equinox. The next we are going to talk about the features of the revolution. So what does the revolution means? Revolution is a revolving around the sun in an elliptical orbit. Now the earth takes 365.25 days to rotate. This extra 25 days is added after every 4th year, giving to the concept of the leap year. Now in this leap year is added as one extra day in the month of February. So instead of 28 days in that year, we have this 29 days. This extra day is termed as this leap year. Now in this leap year, we have 366 days instead of 365 days. The next we are going to talk about the interior of the earth. Now we all know this interior of the earth has 3 layers. The first one is the crust, next is the mantle, and the third is the core. Now the word core denotes the innermost portion of the earth, while the crust is the outermost portion of the earth. Now the mantle is the middle portion between the crust and the core. The next we are going to talk about each of the features or each of the layers in details. The first one, the crust. So what is this crust? As I have already said, the crust is a thinner layer with a thickness of 100 km. You need to know about this thickness by heart. Now it forms an earth's surface of about 1%. Now it has been divided into 2 spheres. Number 1 is continental crust, another is oceanic crust. So in the continental crust, it has a lighter silicates, while in the oceanic crust, it will have a heavier silicates. There is a slight mistake here, it will be heavier in spite of it is written as lighter. So this continental crust is comparatively lighter than this oceanic crust. Now it doesn't end here. This continental crust consists of Sial and Sima. So what are this Sial and Sima denotes to us? Now, as the name says, the soil, it is composed of silicon. The silicon has been written in short form as Si, and Al denotes this aluminium, while this sima consists of silicon and magnesium. So both of these layers contain this soil and sima, while soil is mostly found in this continental crust, and in oceanic crust most of the portion contains of this sima. The next we are going to talk about the mantle. Now we have already noticed that the crust has ended up to a thickness of 100 km. So the mantle starts from this 100 km and ends up to 2900 km. Here the density is about 2.90 to minus 4.75 and has been divided into two parts. One is the upper mantle and another is the lower mantle. You don't need to learn about the features of this upper mantle and lower mantle in details. Only what you need to learn is about the distance that is light between 100 to 2900 km. And you can also know about this density, which is about 2.90 to 4.75. The next we are going to talk about the core. So this core has been lying between 2900 to 6400 km. Now we already know that this core and that this the mantle has ended in this 100 to 2900 km. Now after this 2900 km where it ends, the core starts. So the core extends from 2900 km to 6400 km. It consists of the 15% of the Earth's volume, and it is a place which experiences the highest density and highest temperature and pressure. It is composed of NIF. There is a slight spelling mistake at here. It will be NIF, N-I-F-E. Now what is this NIF? We know that the short form of nickel, which is written as Ni, and iron, which is written as Fe. So when both of these join, it forms the word as NIF. So NIF is composed of nickel and iron, so it has been termed as this NIF. Now today we have aimed the lesson at here. Next day we are going to talk about the major domains of the Earth. So if you like our video, then please subscribe it.